Hi, my name is Ashwarya, and in today's Learn with Optmyzr session, we are going to talk about everything you need for Q4 shopping PPC management. So we know that the last quarter of the year is a very busy time and a very important time for all the different kinds of retailers out there. And we at Optmyzr want to make sure that your shopping season is a success and you're able to get more sales and do all that with ease, right? So, what I'm going to talk about today is how uh, the different tools, how you can leverage different solutions at Optmyzr to achieve or have a very successful shopping season this year. So I have just put together a couple of slides right here where I've just listed down all the different topics that we are going to cover and the different solutions that will help you achieve that particular goal. And we will be covering each of this topic and the solution in detail one by one. So the first thing that we're going to talk about and is also one of the most important thing is analyzing your shopping campaigns performance. So it's very important to understand how your products are currently performing. The first solution that we are going to talk about in analysis is the shopping analysis tool, and this is where you'll find this particular tool. And it's a very great tool to get quick insights on your shopping campaigns. And the good thing about this tool is that it doesn't matter how your campaigns are structured today. So if you have a single campaign, you have multiple campaigns, you have multiple campaigns by brand, product categories, any structure, what you can do is you can choose to combine any of these attributes and get data for that. And for example, like you can combine a feed attribute with a performance Google Ads performance metrics. So let's just take an example to understand this a little bit better. So let's say if you are an apparel business, you might have different kind of product categories like menswear, women's wear, kids wear, sportswear, all of that. So if you have that as a standard attribute, what you can also do is combine that product type with a performance metric like, for example, conversions, and uh, this will help you to understand what kind of products are doing well for you, or what product category is giving you the most conversions. So this is just one example that I'm showing you right here, but you can do that for any of the attributes that you see right here. So you can, again, you can do it for sizes, what kind of sizes sell the most for you, or which color give you more sales. So all of these is possible, so you can get this data for any of this, and it works for both standard shopping and performance max shopping campaign. So let's just very quickly aggregate data by price. So I'm just using one metric right here, um, which has a little bit of data that I can show you in the demo account. So here, once I've loaded up, once the tool loads up, you can see the different price ranges, the number of products that's there in each price range, and the performance data. So for example, for price range 0 to 12, there are 130 products, and this is the performance data for it. So you can also like add additional columns. So if you want to see conversions, or you want to see cost per conversions for them, you can also add those columns right here. And now let's talk about how you're going to use this table to analyze, right? For example, uh, here you can analyze what kind of products is Google pushing. Even for your Performance Max campaign, is Google pushing more of your cheaper products, or is it pushing more of your expensive products? Or at which price point do your products stop being profitable for your business? And you can also sort these metrics out right here and see which range of products, which price range of products is giving you the highest conversions. So these are a couple of ways you can just aggregate data and get those quick insights uh, uh, for, uh, for your current existing campaign's performance, and use this as a baseline to think of how you want to build out your shopping campaign. So we will talk about building out a shopping campaign in just a bit, but there was another tool that I wanted to talk about in the analysis section, which is the shopping feed audits. So let me very quickly switch to an account. So here you will find this tool in the analysis section again. Please don't be worried if you see it on my screen and you don't see it on your end. This is because this is a very new tool right now, and it's currently being tested internally. So it will be live soon, but if you want an early access to this tool, or if you have any questions or want to understand this tool a little bit better, feel free to write to us at support@optmyzr.com and we can help you with that. So this is how the audit report will look like. And what this does is it does a quick health check of your feed, and it will highlight all of the things that you can fix in your audit report, in your feed, or you must fix in your audit, in your feed. I'm sorry about that. Um, so here, what we are also doing is that we have color coded them for your ease, and we have graded them B and C, A, B, and C. So anything that's red or yellow, that's graded B and C, something that you want to look into. So here, we're saying all of the products are disapproved. Again, this is a demo account, but of course, for your business, that might not be the case. There might be certain percentage of products that could be disapproved, and we will highlight that. And when you click on this, we'll also tell you which products are disapproved. And along with that, we'll also tell you what is the reason for its disapproval. So here, for example, we are saying it's mismatched domains and a missing value and invalid currency. So it's really great, right? If you could know what products are disapproved and what is also the reason behind that. So that's how this audit report will help you out. And when you scroll down, you'll see many more such quick fixes. Like, for example, in the product titles, we'll tell you, okay, 90% of the products have product titles with more than 40 characters. And if you also see, we have a short explanation right here where we are telling you, for example, the titles are cut off after the 30 to 40 characters and can only be expanded on desktop. So this way you can quickly know which product titles are exceeding that limit and make sure that your product titles are within that particular range, right? So that's another audit. And when you just scroll down, you'll see many more things like all of these audits right here, where we are talking about basic product data, price and availability, all of this. What we are identifying is that if there is something that's your product is missing, for example, these products are missing price, or these products are missing the availability attribute. So we will highlight all of the things that your products are missing, or it's is empty, and you can get that right in this report. This is something that is important, right? So we are throwing out highlighting those required fields right here. But when you go to the tool here, we'll also show you all the different audits that are available. There could be a bunch of them that are required, which are enabled by default. When you scroll down, you'll also see some audits that are optional. So let's say product type. So if you have, like, if you work with a lot of product types, then this could also be something that's important for your business. So you could just quickly also enable that and check check that field if all your products are fulfilling this particular attribute. So it's pretty much customizable, so you can enable, disable all the things that you want to check in your feed. And this is how the shopping feed audit is like a one stop solution to find all the quick things that is required for your merchant feed, for you to have a well structured and a perfect merchant feed. So yeah, that's about the shopping feed audits. Now coming back to the agenda. So we already talked about the solution that's in the analysis section. Now the next step, what you want to do is build a shopping campaign structure that's most favorable for your business. Now for this, we have a very excellent tool called Shopping Campaign Builder. And this tool makes it easy for you to create a shopping campaign very easily. So if you have to build a shopping campaign at a granular level or build multiple shopping campaigns, it could be a little bit tedious and could be a bit time consuming to do it in Google Ads. But you can build out multiple campaigns, and with a granular structure very easily in just few minutes, uh, using this particular tool. So it's very user friendly. Let's just dive right into it. So I'm just saying create a new shopping campaign. And now this particular part is it's interesting because you can also quickly analyze your feed right here. So what we are telling you is that these are the different attributes and these are the variations of that attributes that you have. And we're also saying how many products are missing that particular attribute. For example, in our demo feed, we have brand and color. So the brand has 389 variations, and most of the products are fulfilling this attribute. There are some products that do not cover this attribute. So this is important because you would want to use those attributes that have that cover most of your products. So very few or no products end up in everything else. So this is where you can quickly find those attributes, right? So again, this might not be a very impressive feed, but for your business, if you have like different variations, different attributes, you can see which one has the maximum coverage right here. Now, once you've analyzed your feed, you can move on to the next step. You can see if you want to build a Performance Max or a standard shopping campaign. Let's build a Performance Max retail campaigns first, and then we'll get back to standard shopping right after that. So when you go to the next step, this is where you define the structure for your Performance Max campaign. So here you can split the campaigns by any of these attributes that you see right here. And just like we looked at, so we saw that brand did cover most of our products. So here we are saying its coverage is 97%. So I can use brand as an attribute to build out my campaign. And I don't see any other attribute in our feed that I can use to split the campaigns by. So I'm just going to create it at the item ID level. I could also say, okay, create multiple campaigns by brand, or you could also say multiple asset groups or any of that. I'll just stick to multiple campaigns by brand and go to the next step. So this is where you just set the target ROAS, the daily budget for all your campaigns combined, the feed label, what locations to target, naming conventions, how you want your campaigns to be named. Now in the next step, so this is an important part. So here you can see, since I have 388 variations in brand, these are the number of campaigns that would be built out. And these are the asset groups and products and listing groups that are going to be created. But we know that Performance Max has a limitation, and I won't be able to create all the 388 campaigns. So a better way is like think of any other structure that would make more sense for your business. So for example, let's say um, you could have a multi structured campaign based on products that give high margin and products that give you low margin. So, for example, it's winters, and you may want to push your winter products, the winter wears, coats, sweaters, and all of that. So, what you can do is if you have that particular structure, you will see those campaigns split by those attributes. Like you could have one campaign for high margin, let's say another for medium margin products, and another for low margin products. And here, what you can do is now you can set a more defined budget and target for them. So you can have a higher budget and a higher target for your high margin products, for your winter products, and so on. So this way, it makes more sense to have a structure like this created for your Performance Max campaign. So I'm just giving you an example, but you can think of what is the best structure for your business and create that very easily using our builder tool. Now, in the next step, you can quickly preview how the campaign, asset group, and listing group will look like. And since like we talked about, the Performance Max does not allow creating more than 100 campaigns, we are also throwing an error and we are telling you that you may want to just upload few of these campaigns. Now, if you want to do that, you can also just use our filter option and just choose to launch a bunch of campaigns right here. So yeah, that's how easily you can build out the perfect structure, a granular structure, very easily using our builder tool. Let's just also very quickly look at the standard shopping campaign creation. So if you are, for all those advertisers who are running standard shopping, or if you're running Performance Max and standard shopping together, you can also very easily build out a standard shopping campaign here. So here again, you can choose how you want to split it by. I'm just going to go with the same example. I'll say brand and item ID. And now I can again say create multiple campaigns by brand. And this time it won't throw an error. So you can create all those 388 campaigns. So again, this step is the same, like you set the budget and all of that. And here you can again see the campaigns that would be created. You can also edit the budget and bids for those campaigns. And you can also do that in bulk right here. So you can edit these in bulk. And in the last step, you just look at the structure and you just click on apply. So with just a couple of steps and few minutes, we are able to create 388 campaigns with ease and with the structure that you'd like. So that's how simple it is to build out a campaign in Optmyzr. Now that you have your campaigns set up, all your campaigns are set up. The next step is you want to make sure that your campaigns are always up to date with your inventory. Now, for that, we have another really great tool. You'll find it in the optimization section for shopping. It's called the product group refresher. So what this does is, uh, since during your peak season, there'll be a lot of sales, there'll be a lot of products going in and out of your feed. So what you want to make sure is your campaigns are always in sync with your current inventory, and that is something this tool will help you out to do. So you can use it for anything. Like if you are a multi-brand advertiser and there's a new brand that you are starting to advertise, so you can just set once you have an automation set using this tool, we will automatically create a campaign with the same structure that you have for your existing brands. So your campaign structure is maintained, and and the campaigns are also updated with your feed. So that's how this tool works. So here you can either choose to set up an automation for a campaign that you build out in Builder, or a campaign that existing campaign that you have already. So I'm just going with the first option, and you can select the campaign that you want to set the refresher automation. Now, in the third step, we'll tell you which ones, like what are the number of additions and removals that's going to take place. And in the last step, you can also preview those. So for example, the campaign art bin, there's both red color and green color. So there's both addition and exclusion. So this is an ad group that would be added, and this is an ad group that would be removed. So now you can just click on apply, and you can also automate this. So this automation feature is showing as logged on my end because I'm logged in on a demo mode. But if you are on a paid subscription with Optmyzr, you can just go ahead and set up that refresher automation. So uh, during the season, of course, there's a lot going on, a lot of things going in and out of the feed. So you can also set an automation as frequently as every day. So we will check your feed every day and update your campaigns with your current inventory. So that's how you can always keep your campaigns up to date and maintain the structure of your campaigns. So we have talked about how you can analyze your shopping campaigns, how you can easily build out a shopping campaign using our builder, how you can keep them in sync with your inventory. Now we'll talk about what are the different ways you can optimize your shopping campaigns, right? So you can optimize both your Performance Max shopping campaign and your standard shopping campaigns. So for Performance Max, we have this one feature that we've recently added. It's where you can identify listing groups that are not performing well for you and exclude them from your Performance Max campaign. So let's just quickly look into that. So this feature is available in a tool called Rule Engine. You'll find it in the optimization section. So what I've done here is I've just built out a strategy right here uh, to identify the poor performing listing ad groups. So just a quick overview of how this works. So here you build these conditions based on if and then statements. So what I am saying is that, okay, if it's a Performance Max campaign and it has had some impressions and clicks, but zero conversions, then I want to exclude those listing groups from Performance Max campaign. Now, these are completely customizable. So if your category of identifying or like terming a listing group as underperforming is different, you can just simply customize these rules right here. So you can build out your conditions by any of these attributes. So it's very simple to build out. And if you need any help or have any questions around this tool, uh, feel free to write to our support@optmyzr.com, and we can help you with your use case. So yeah, so also this is a feature, the feature exclude listing groups for retail Performance Max. This is a feature that's again in internal testing. So don't worry if you don't see it on your end. If you would like to try it out or have an early access for that particular feature, feel free to write to us again and we'll be happy to assist you with that. All right. So this is just a very simple strategy that I have built out. So you can customize it the way you'd like, and then you can just click on view suggestions. And here we'll show you all those product groups that have matched the rules that you have set up. Now, what you can do is just click on apply now, or you can just automate this and you can choose how frequently you want to automate it. And let's say you don't want to automatically exclude them in the beginning. You want to review them first. You can just say, send me notification, enter your email addresses, and we'll send you a report. And you can just exclude them, review them, and exclude them with a single click. But if you just want to apply changes automatically, you can also tell the system, okay, run the strategy and also make those changes. So that's how simple it is to just build out your strategy once, tell the system what you want to achieve, and then just set it on automation. So that's one way you can optimize your Performance Max shopping campaigns. Now, uh, for those who are running standard shopping campaigns, there's a lot more you can do. You can also optimize, modify bids, you can manage negatives. So all of those things, you can again build it out in the rule engine in a similar fashion. Or we also have another option. So you can either build out your strategy from scratch, or you can use one of our pre-built strategies. So here, when you select that, we have different goals. So we have a goal for shopping campaigns, and here you'll find a bunch of strategies that are ready to use, and you can just use one of them. So for example, you want to find expensive product groups and reduce bids for them, you can just use that strategy, directly see the suggestions. Or if you select the second option, we'll show you the logic and the rules behind it. So for this particular strategy, as you can see, these are the pre-built rules that we have for this. And so the first rule, we are identifying all the product groups that have a very high CPA. So what we are saying is that, okay, any product group that has a CPA 1.5 times greater than the campaign CPA, decrease bids for them by 10%. Similarly, in the second rule, we are saying that, okay, if there are product groups that I've had enough clicks, but they've still not converted for me, then decrease bids for them. So you can build out strategies for any of this and uh, change bids. And similarly, you can also do that for negatives. So here, for example, we are identifying all the search queries that have a high cost but zero conversions. And we are saying that, okay, add them as negative at the ad group level. So you can build them out and set all of these in automation. So these are some of the optimizations you can do for your standard shopping. But let's say you don't want to automate and you want to do these optimization manually, then you can also head over to the optimization section again for shopping, and you'll also find some ready to use tools, which we call as one-click optimization. So you can just run the manage shopping bids, uh, the negative tool for shopping, and the attribute bidder. So all of these tools, you can just review these suggestions and make changes with just a single click. We also have attribute bidder. So this is again an interesting tool. It's similar to the shopping analysis tool where you can identify any of the insights. So let's say you find a product category that is giving you more conversions. Using this tool, what you can also do is that quickly uh, modify bids or increase bids for those product groups right here. So these are some tools you can try out if you're running standard shopping and if you want to optimize them. And automation would again save a lot of time. So you will have more time to focus on other things if you want to automate basic things like adding negatives for search queries that are bringing irrelevant traffic. So we've talked about different ways of optimizing your shopping campaigns. Once you have set up everything, it's important to keep an eye on all of those things. So, how you can do that is so again, the shopping feed audit, what you can do is once you have your audit set up, so these are the things that you want to check in your account regularly, then what you can do is just click on schedule and automate this and get this report to your email on a schedule. So you can just set it up for every day, every week, or every month. So yeah, that was the first part. Then the other thing you can do is stay on top of all your key performance metrics, see if everything is on track. So let's say if you have a target CPA for this particular season, you can, in the dashboard itself, you can just hover over the metric and add an alert. So you can just add your target right here, or you can also automate, set an automatic target. So where we look at your last 8 weeks average and automatically let you know if the metric is trending in a wrong direction. So this way you can stay on top of all your metrics all the time. So in the dashboard, you're setting it up at the account level, but for your shopping season, if you want to set up an alert at a granular level only for your shopping campaigns, you can also do that using our alert system. So you can just go to insights and alerts. And yeah, so this is where you'll see all your active alerts and you can quickly just see how different metrics are doing. And here you can also create an alert very quickly. You can select the account, and after selecting an account, the next step is where you select the level. So if you want to do it just for shopping, you can also just select that campaign type. And then the rest of the process is same. You select the metric that you want to track. You can also set a deviation. So this will help you uh, minus out on the white noise. So let's say you don't want to get notified when there is a minimal change in the cost per conversion. You can just set the allowed deviation for it. So for example, if the cost per conversion goes above or below by 10%, we won't let you know. So this um, will send you only when there is like when it crosses that mark, and will let you know when there is a significant anomaly. And generally you get these notifications over email, but if you use Slack or Microsoft Teams for internal communication, we have also started integrating this with those two platforms. You'll see a button right here to integrate it with Slack or uh, Microsoft Teams. So don't worry if you don't see it in my end because it's just a demo account. You should be able to see it on your on whichever subscription plan you're on. So yeah, that's one way to just see all your KPIs are on track. And the same thing you can also do for your budgets, right? So make sure that uh, you're spending all right, and if you have a budget that you have set for this particular season, make sure that you are spending that wisely and that uh, you're not underspending or overspending. And for that as well, we have a very interesting tool in the insights section called the spend projection. So what this tool does is it'll forecast the budgets and it'll tell you what is the projected spend. So here we are saying by the end of November 30, but you can choose your own date range. And what have you spent till now, and what's the required daily budget to hit the target? So we'll also give you this graph where we'll tell you what is the projected maximum and minimum spend by day-to-day basis. So you can look through all of these and see the projections. And the way we are giving you this projection is another really interesting thing about this tool. So there are two things going on. We look at the historical performance data of your campaigns for the past couple of years. And we also baseline that or match that with your recent spend patterns. Basically, let's say, for example, we have noticed that for the past couple of years, in the end of November, there has been a spike in the traffic. Or in the Black Friday week, you spend a lot. So and what we do is we use that trend and match that with your recent spend pattern. So right now, how much are you spending, or how are you spending currently this budget cycle, or recently how have you been spending? And based on that, we'll give you these projections. So if there is a spike that we are telling that it's going to happen during the end of November, based on that, we'll tell you, you can see the varied range of projected minimum and max spend. And that is all the things that it's taking into consideration to give you these numbers, right? So this is a great tool for you to know beforehand that how, or what is going to happen, how much you're going to spend. And this will help you to uh, take next action, like how you want to spend your budget, which campaigns you want to spend it on. So we'll also direct you to the optimization tool right here. So you can also head over to the optimize budgets tool, where you can basically reallocate budgets between campaigns, spend more on campaigns that are giving you more sales, basically get or like campaigns where you can reduce budget, campaigns where you can use that underspent budget and to get the maximum out of the traffic that you're getting. So all of this just to make sure that you are spending your budget wisely. So that's another thing that you can keep a check and make sure everything is on track and doing okay. So let's just summarize everything that we talked about today. So we talked about how you can use Optmyzr's analysis and feed audits to quickly analyze your shopping campaign performance and your feed. Then how you can very quickly build a shopping campaign with the structure of your choice. You can build multiple campaigns. You can build granular campaigns in just a couple of minutes, and how you can keep those in sync with your feed and make sure your campaigns are up to date with your current inventory this season, and what are the different ways you can optimize your performance max and your standard shopping campaigns, and how to make sure that you're always on top of everything and make sure that everything is going okay in your account. So these are the things that I wanted to share and talk about with you to make your shopping season a success. And I hope this session was helpful. And if you have any questions, anything uh, that you want to clarify, or have any questions around any of the tools, just write to us at support@optmyzr.com, and we'll get back to you on all your queries. And yeah, I wish you all a happy and successful shopping season.